at WLFE-db.com for upcoming shows and so much more.
Hey everyone, it's Tuesday night again. You know what that means, don't you? It's time to join Mike and Kristie for another episode of Where's My Sage? A show hosted by a psychic medium and a guy on a quest to find Bigfoot. Who would have thought? Together, they will take you on all sorts of adventures, and not with lots of different people. Kristie even gives readings. It's time to sit back, get up and get ready. You can't sample the universe sitting down. Your hosts are waiting. Come on, let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Where's My Sage? I'm Mike here with my wonderful co-host, Kristie London. How are you this evening, Kristie?
Good evening, everybody. Well, apparently I'm not doing as well as I was hoping I was doing, but I'm here. How are you?
I am here. It's been a crazy couple of days. It must be this weather, the moon, the whole change in life is just crazy.
I'm telling you. I know. Well, that's okay because we have a crazy group with us tonight, which is awesome because we're going to have some fun.
Yes.
And for the newbies, we'll break them in. They'll get used to our style.
Yep. So we got some folks tuning in now, and Bigfoot Anonymous is in. He's pumping the
hello.
Hello. You got a stalker from over at Niagara Falls.
Hello, Brianna.
Maybe Penny and Christina.
Hello.
Melody.
Welcome.
So we got north to south, and now we've got England. Hello, Colette. So you got the UK involved. So folks are starting to tune in. We do have a good show this evening. We got some great guests from some of the other shows on WLFE-db Radio Family, and
we've really been growing.
So
been growing. There are shows I don't even realize. Like Teddy will come in, and everyone will jump in and say, hi Tim.
Hey Tim.
Oh, we have this new show and it's great. And you're in the moment, you're looking at the message, but our group message keeps growing like this, which is awesome, but it's really hard to keep track of. We're kind of just talking about that in the backstage. It's like, oof. Fortunately,
I have to mute it half the time because I'm usually in the middle of the woods somewhere when it's going off. So like the other night.
Rude of you.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's me. That's why there's two of us. So we can always get all that stuff to go. So, Denise is watching on the big TV. I'm sorry.
Now you sound like me.
I saw Tim T's message from Florida, and we were on with Tim T and Matt Larson, Matt's show, Central Florida Bigfoot, the other night. And that was another crazy whirlwind of whatever. And
I had to do my hair and get out of my PJs for that one.
That was out of nowhere. So
I was flattered that they wanted me to join, but I was like, holy crap, you guys.
You guys want to see a messed up show? Take a Bigfoot show and stick a psychic in the middle and see what happens. Spun out of control.
I feel it went very well. Thank you very much.
Yes, it did.
We did really well. It went really good. So, absolutely. Well, they're awesome too. That was a fun group.
Yes, they're a great bunch of guys. I've been in the woods with them, swamp actually. So
and we want to have them on the show too. So hopefully we'll get them booked for the summertime, and we'll be able to have them on and share your adventures.
All right. So,
absolutely,
you've got our lineup for this evening. I'm going to click on the hellos while you're going through the lineup, and that way we can say hello to some folks.
All right. So. Tonight we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shows out of, how many shows do we have now? There's a lot. Hi, Mom. So we have the Sofa Guys movie review. That's a new one. And Teddy, our very own Ted Van Son, is a part of this one. Although we're not letting him talk with us. We're going to have just the 2 other guys who are really cool talk about that one. So don't worry, Ted will be joining us later, and he's going to talk about Real Talk with Teddy. Or excuse me, no, not that one. That one, we're on a hiatus for that one. It's Paratalk Radio. And he does that with Cindy. So then we're also going to meet Jason, who is the bipolar MD. and T-Roy and Kevin with Everything Yet Nothing. And then we have Across the Pond with Brett. Some of these shows I've been able to catch, even if it's just for 2 minutes, if I'm in the middle of working or doing whatever, or cruising Facebook to, do stuff for our show. If I'm able to pop on and at least say hi, I try to do that. So, they're on at all different times, day and night. And sometimes they do what we do. Like if there's, an open slot and they choose to do something wild and crazy like we do, go live, out of the blue, they may just decide to pop on. So keep your eye on WLFE, the Facebook page, the website, and really, check these shows out because there's all different content. There's all different genres. It's just awesome. It's just such a variety. So we're really excited. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to actually talk to each of the shows and the show hosts about their shows individually. There you go. A long day. And then we're going to bring them all back on for just a group chat. So get your questions ready. Please, 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 please share and like and subscribe. So go to YouTube, subscribe, go there. But please share it so other people can actually get to know all the different things we're going to talk about tonight and learn about the different shows. We really already you're going to do that to me?
I didn't have it for the shows the other weekend, so I'm going to use it where I got it. All right.
Whatever. You think you're so smart. But we have some stuff coming up too, don't we?
Yeah. I got a Bigfoot conference this weekend, but I'll be in.
I wasn't talking about that.
Shocked in.
That. No.
Next week we'll be at the USS Salem doing a live investigation.
If I can walk.
You're going to sit on a deck. I got some equipment. I think it's going to be able to work. So, but we got our guests down below.
You're an ass.
Yes, I am. Hence, that's why.
You have to get me there first, though.
Yeah, you got to.
You might be driving to that one after all. Yeah, I don't know if I'm driving to that one. I don't know if I'm driving to the doctor tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Oh God. So but next week we also have Her Sanctuary on. Sue Moriel, owner of Her Sanctuary in Buffalo, and we'll talk more about that later. So we have some very, very fun and cool things coming up too for the show. So
I got a promo for this new show. And I don't even think the guys have seen the new promo for the new show.
Really? Ooh, yeah. Ted's up to his old tricks again, huh?
Yep. Get me 5 minutes before the show. So
gotta love you, Teddy. Thanks for that.
So let's roll this bad boy out and then we'll bring the guys on.
All right.
Sofa Guys Movie Review. These couch potatoes come together to talk about the hottest, or shall we say promise to be the hottest movies of the month. Their opinions might not matter, but you're getting them anyway. Movie review with 5 guys that enjoy the luxuries of giving you their likes and dislikes of the movies we all want to see. So sit back and let the begin.
And you wonder why I make sure we've got a wonderful little announcement thing there.
Don't try to cover yourself. It's all for me, and you know it. That's everything else is just in case. That's really cool because I did not realize there were 5 of them. So I think that's really neat. Okay.
So
all right. Very interesting. So let's meet the Sofa Guys, or at least some of them. Hi, welcome to the show.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing this evening?
Hey, Mike.
Good. All right.
Doing fantastic. I'm pretty good.
You guys are coming from, so you're like Mike and I. You're not. You don't. Do you live by each other?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm in Arizona.
And where are you?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Wow. Okay, because I know Sean Austin, I think, is close to us or close to me, if he's the same guy I'm thinking of. So, because for those of you who don't know, I'm in the Buffalo, Niagara area. So, yeah. Okay, I thought that he was familiar. Oh, that's awesome. So, you guys are like the newest and latest, right, to the network, and this whole idea of a show. I don't think anyone's done it yet. So. Dude, explain yourselves. Like, tell us about it. Sofa Guys movie review sounds like something I would totally want to do because I'm really good at sitting on the sofa and watching movies.
Gerard, you're one of the progenitors. Why don't you tell them what we do?
Okay.
So the idea came up with we were doing a review of a previous movie, Godzilla versus Kong, and we decided why don't we just go ahead and actually have our own podcast, all of us, and start taking up some of the newest and hottest movies that are coming out and review them each month.
Whoa. You totally just lied to everybody. Like, straight
How
up.
did I lie?
That was like propaganda. He wrote that, so it made you feel good and everything, but it's deeper than that. So we have done other podcasting together prior to the Godzilla vs. Kong movie review, have we not? And
Yes, we have.
We pitched around this idea many times where we were like, we should just get together and hang out on camera and microphone and do something. And it really wasn't until Godzilla vs. Kong that we are all like, we love cinema and we enjoy the process of going and like watching it and then coming back and having feedback and giving our opinion unsolicited. So, but I think it goes back, to those origins, if you ask me, because there was even a show I wasn't on. Gerard here was like, oh, by the way, dust my shoulders off. Not only do I have the team T-shirt that nobody else has, exclusive T-shirt here, but he also happened to be on the one show that I didn't get to be on either. So he is like the OG, the 5-star general of the 5 movie guy.
Oh, I mean, some people might say, "We'll take a hint, dude," but I mean, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Oh, that's all right.
Welcome to Where's My Sage?
If you give your opinion unsolicited, you got to be used to people just absolutely not wanting anything and still going on. So,
yeah.
No, I think that's awesome. Did you guys? So you guys were already all friends?
No,
the 5 of you, or was it just a couple of you and other people were by
How do we-
default? Or
So for me, I was actually part of the Godzilla fan group. And
Yes.
Ted hopped on there and he just said, hey, I'd like to go ahead and do a podcast about Godzilla. Would anyone be interested? And I commented, yeah, I'd be interested. And from there is when he asked me, Emmanuel, and a few of our others, friends that we went ahead and met up there. And we did our first one together. Oh, 1 second.
That was for dramatic effect. See, again, mastermind here. He's over here making you think you're in it. He's telling you the thing. And bam, he hits you with the lights off. Like Scorsese. It's crazy.
Hey, that is not my fault. I am actually in location at my work right now. So I wanted to make sure to join you guys. So I am
thank you.
in a back room.
Gotcha. Well, we appreciate you doing that.
Hiding
Yeah,
in
my
the mop
hopes up,
closet. Gotcha.
What's that?
Pretty close to.
Hiding in the mop closet.
There you go.
Yeah, we've
What would
all
you
been
know
there.
about hiding in a mop closet?
We've seen some other shows where they've done them from the bathroom. So,
Oh, good. Nice cover.
looks
Nice
like
cover.
bathroom
Okay.
toilet, yeah.
Yeah.
Green screen. I can go anywhere. I just bring my little sheet with me and just whoop, I'm done.
Show off.
Yep. Press the button right there, and hey, look, I'm running over here in Japan.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
know,
one of
we
the really
know
interesting things about our group is that independently we all did some form of media or podcasting or whatever. I know like Teddy's everywhere and Frank is always getting his hands dirty in something or another. And I've got a podcast, Field of Fire, where I review Privateer Press games. And then I also like write scripts and have my own radio shows, radio plays, where it's like kind of that mystery theater, radio theater that they used to do for the old Cthulhu books and such. And but I write all those scripts. And so now we come into this and we have all of these people with all these different social media backgrounds, podcasting backgrounds, and drastically different opinions. And so it makes for really fun podcasting.
That it does.
So it's good you're not in the same room.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and I typically do almost everything I do solo. I like the interview format. I like to be in control of the conversation. And so when you have that many people, it's kind of like whoever's saying, what are we talking about? Woohoo! Like you can't really control it. You're just along for the ride.
I couldn't imagine. Mike and I are always like, well, if you've ever seen it or you'll see it tonight, just constantly. He just doesn't learn. I got to put him back in his place and then I got to start talking and then I'm kidding. But no, it's like, we are always thinking and we're always, yeah, there you go.
Drop
I
people's
can't-
elbow on them. She's going to drop the psychic elbow on you. Be careful.
Yes. It generally happens.
So, real quick,
Absolutely.
if you don't mind, Gerard,
Yeah.
do you want to tell them about our last movie review? Because we just did one like a few weeks ago.
We did on the first of May. We went ahead and reviewed Mortal Kombat, the
Mortal
new one that was
Kombat!
on HBO Max and in theaters.
Okay. So I know my daughter's boyfriend was going to a get together to watch that because it was going to
Okay.
be a big deal. I apologize if I'm not making it out to be what it probably should be. But yeah, he was really excited. So this was a big thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is like one of those big ones people were waiting for.
it's a fun
Oh,
movie.
definitely.
I think that it's important for anybody who wants to follow our show to go watch, though, because we invented our rank system on the fly. Talk about doing it on the fly, right? So
Yes.
we were like, how should we rank these movies while we were doing the movie review? Like, no plan ahead of time. And so we started talking about dice, and I was like, you know what? I got some dice around here somewhere. And
And then someone
rolled,
was pitching the idea of let's do the gaming system with
Right.
letters. You know,
Yeah, so
D to A with S, and
exactly. You know, the old Street Fighter, like it's Mortal Kombat originally, their characters are ranked on like a D or F, D, C, B, A, and then S for superior ranking structure. And then everybody was like, that's too confusing. Let's do 1 through 10. And then I think at some point we're just like, let's roll the dice and see what we get. We got 9. And so we were like, let's combine the two and have 1 through 9, but S for superior for anything that is like the perfect movie. Like, who's going to achieve the S? And so that is our ranking system, and it came through on our Mortal Kombat show. So if you want to watch our movie reviews, start there. That's a pretty fun one. Maybe go backwards into Godzilla, and then who knows what comes up. Actually, we know what comes up next. Gerard, what comes up next?
so we're going to go and be doing the new movie coming out on Netflix, Army of the Dead with Dave Bautista, and we're also going back to reviewing Godzilla 2014 with Bryan Cranston.
Yes.
Okay.
We're definitely going to work through all the old classics.
So
How
how?
do
Yeah, go ahead. I think
Yeah,
you and
we're
I
going to
are
ask
both
the
gonna
same
say
question.
listen,
Go
yeah.
ahead. We're
So
gonna
how
ask
do you
the same
decide what you're going to review? Do
Exactly.
you each have different movies? I know you're all in the same Godzilla group, but do you have other genres that you guys prefer one over the other? Let's say.
Coliseum fighting, like just knock down, drag. Teddy's the worst. He just need no rules with him. No,
Yeah.
really, it's kind of like our ranking system. We make it up as we go. I think we just kind of looked at the most recent movies coming out, and we're like, what seems like it might suck, but doesn't necessarily suck. So we can all have varied opinions on this. Actually, that was
Yeah.
mostly me. I think I was the only one who said that. The rest of them were like, be normal.
So do you
No.
aim more for the B movies, or for those movies that somebody's not going to watch, or are you going for those titles you think the world's going to go for? So the independent art housey stuff or the mainstream?
Kind of a combination of both.
Yeah.
More or less, any of the new movies that are coming out, we kind of take a look at each month. What is going to be considered some of the new, the good ones, whether it's Netflix, in theaters, and then we just discuss it through Messenger. Like, what does everyone think? Like, what are we going to do next?
We also hit major topics that break down into smaller topics. So hypothetically, if the next movie comes out as a Marvel movie, right? We're going to talk about that Marvel movie. We're going to rank that Marvel movie. And then we're probably going to talk about the recent Marvel shows that came out. And we're going to talk about comic books and meander through Marvel Street on all the side characters. And so you get a lot more bang for your buck.
You're probably my daughter. Well, my youngest is watching, and she is all about the Marvel movies and all about. That's why Groot, and that's why I spelled Funko Pops earlier behind you, because we have it all. Even my older two, who are adults, have it all, and I'm just waiting for the next one. Although I will say the WandaVision was pretty cool series, and I'm pretty bummed that-
WandaVision was awesome.
It was, yep.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I liked
Okay,
that.
so
And
if
she
we're
hates
gonna
my-
if we're
What's
gonna
that?
host here on your show, let's rank it 1 through 9 with us being superior. You want to You want to start us out, Kristie?
I would have to say you got me to sit down and watch it and wait and pine until the next week. So I'm going to say it was superior. What do you think, Bree? You watching, Bree? Hey, Brian. I loved it. I mean, there were some slow, there were a couple of weeks there that were slow, but you always need those weeks where they, you have to build up and you need stuff to happen so that you can, hit the high points
Agreed.
again, but I thought it was. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Go
Like,
figure.
truly
The
enjoyed
psychic ranks the show about a psychic as an S.
And you know what's funny? I don't even look at it from that point of view. I didn't even
It's
look
great,
at it
though.
like that.
Okay, Mike.
Okay,
Was
you
it
know
Bigfoot
what?
for you?
Guys are doing good. So
It was okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I actually
Okay.
did. I've been in the field lately, so I haven't really dove in any movies or TV too much
Yeah.
lately. Except
No
for
worries.
Okay.
I know
know.
my co-host Gerard has.
There you
Yeah.
go.
My
No, I can-
dyslexia hard
I
at
can-
work for that one.
I can make it happen. So yeah, so I didn't get in to watch it. I do have Disney Plus and all the others, but
Yeah.
I've been hard in the field every time I get a free moment lately. So
Well,
I'm
you're in
losing out.
luck because it's not in the movies; it's a series. that
No,
you
it's-
can
yeah,
access
it's on-
anytime
Yeah.
you want.
Disney Plus, and I know where to find it. So
Just making sure.
Gerard, what do you think? Where does it stack up? 1 through 9 S.
Oh, definitely going to give it an S.
Whoa, double S's!
Loved it. Loved it.
So why'd you
Hey,
like
our
it so much?
Well, our
What's that?
diversity in general.
Okay. I wouldn't rank it an S per se. It was real good. There were some things I really liked about it. The whole vision on vision fight, the ship of Theseus, like everything about that was fantastic. I really like the special effects. There are some writing problems with the story where you're like, the writer didn't think that one through very well. And so
I would agree.
I would rank it a little lower. But as far as a Marvel fan who grew up on the comic books and the characters, I rank it really, really high. So I'd probably still put it at like an 8.5.
Awesome.
well, that's cool. You guys are adding a backstory and everything like that, and I'm gonna have to go back and watch your Mortal Kombat one because I'm a huge fan of the old Mortal Kombat stuff. I think
Yeah.
it might even be a tape somewhere. Yes, a tape
Nice.
of the
Nice.
original
A what?
soundtrack floating
A
around.
what? What is
Tape.
that?
Goes in a
Oh.
little box.
Prehistoric. You wouldn't know. I'm sorry. They're like,
Thank
yeah.
you. Really?
blow the dust off it.
I knew I liked you.
Goes in a cassette recorder.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
You never know what you need to find.
Never. That's great. So what's the oh Crips, I just had a question and I lost it.
That's all right. Don't be careful. You're gonna let me take control again. I'm gonna just grab another question.
All right. So how often though are you guys planning on? Is this a regular thing or is it just when movies will pop up?
So far, it's once a month. It's the first
Okay.
Saturday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. First Saturday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And how long is your show?
We were doing it for 2 hours, but I think we finally come to a consensus of dropping it down to 1 hour. Isn't that right, Emmanuel?
Yeah, so we say that, like, as professionals, we're like, well, it'll be a 1 hour podcast. No problem. We'll be right on topic. But we know we're going to have like 30 minutes of material and an hour and a half of side tangents. So plan for an hour. And then after that, it's all after hours content, right? Like, that's when you come back with your
Yep.
coffee and your popcorn and you're like, take two. You know, you
Right.
Snyder cut that stuff.
So, all right. So
Well said.
basically, once it goes off the rails, you just go with it. So I gotcha.
You're speaking our language.
Yep. We just go. What happens, happens. Yes.
Gotta. You have to. All right. Anything else you want everyone to know about your show?
How many different platforms are you guys on? So where else
there you
can, besides the live video, where else can people find the replay and stuff like that?
Can we phone a friend? Where's Teddy? Like, I need a... Teddy, you were
That
supposed to
should
be
be coming
here.
out at 8:30. He's coming out at 8:30.
I
He
will
left you
be-
guys
Ask that
hanging.
question then. Just dive
Yes.
bomb him. Because
As far as I'm aware, it's not only on YouTube, Facebook Live, StreamYard, but also iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple TV as well. No, not Apple TV, but iTunes.
Okay.
I didn't know any of that. I thought it was like a one thing, like on YouTube. Like, more people
That's
saw
what
me
I
than I thought.
That's what I thought too. But if you look at some of the posts that Teddy's put on there, all the other platforms are on there. So it should be
Yay.
on those as well.
I'll go
Yes,
take a look at
sir.
and see where you guys are at. So
Yes, sir.
Mike has got a question. She's coming in from
Netherlands.
Overseas Netherlands. There we go.
Yes.
Are they
Beautiful
talking about
place.
real movies or documentaries? You guys are pretty much any new films, correct? Or mostly more the new movies?
I'll take this one. So I would say our
Yeah,
structure is that we're typically going to hit the blockbusters as they come out because that's what everybody's going to be talking about. It's going to have the highest bandwidth. After blockbusters, we're probably going to hit a lot of the classics, especially ones that are near and dear to us. Godzilla is what brought us all together. It's probably going to keep bringing us back together for those kind of special editions or the second of the month kind of podcasts. And then we may do some documentaries. I love documentaries myself. If I happen to watch a really nice one and I'm like, Teddy, documentaries, he's not going to say no.
True. He might say maybe.
Yeah, he might say maybe, but he
Which
might
really
say, let's
means
create
yes.
another podcast. And then I go, no.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how he functions as it is. And every time, every other day he's like, oh, I'm doing this now and I'm doing that now. I'm like, oh my God. I don't
feel
sleep
it.
just listening to your schedule. Just knowing everything you do, I can't sleep, So
So Bigfoot Anonymous, check out Zillafoot.
oh.
I'm in it.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming out in July. Okay.
Oh, good for you. That's awesome. Okay.
Is it your foot? Is it your Zilla foot?
I don't know.
Is this
if he's got
is this a
Zillafoot.
feet thing? Should I be worried? Like, do I have to watch my browser history?
Where's my
Zillafoot
explicit
sounds
language button?
dirty.
There we go.
Wow.
Like, is this like a
On
step
that
on me
note-
So the classics, you're going to be doing like Creature from Black Lagoon or just the old sci-fi monster movies then?
I'm sure after we run out of Godzilla movies, which there are plenty, and then Gamera, which there are quite a few, and then he just Scorsese's at us again.
Sorry.
Sorry, you wanted to steal my
Andy.
thunder? No, go ahead, take it over, buddy. What are we doing after Gamera? I don't even know. When he said monster movies, he got my attention, and bam, I was there.
Gotcha.
You're
you
good.
had me
You
at
have it right.
monster movie.
Yeah, I think after that we'll probably just whatever floats our boat.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
That's awesome. That's really good. Well, it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys are able to stick around. I know, Gerard, you may or may not be able to being at work, but
Yeah, I
hope
have
you
to.
stick around.
I'm actually a little late getting back, but
Oh,
I will definitely keep up with everything. And I've got the messenger, so I'll be able to go ahead and hear while I'm still working.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure to get to know you guys.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Yeah. Good luck with your show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you guys. All right.
Thanks.
So we're going to pull these guys out. We'll bring them back in a little bit. And folks, I forgot to ask if anybody's got any questions, please drop them down in the chats and we will go ahead and make sure we get them out. Please like, share, subscribe, and get the word out that we're here.
Yeah. And
So-
just, I noticed that there's a couple of questions for me tonight. Sorry, guys, we're not doing a reading show, but please stay tuned and join in the chat because we are entertaining a family party with some of our WLFE-db radio family, some of the other show hosts, and learning about their shows tonight. So we're really excited about that. And we're getting to know some of those that we don't already know and getting reacquainted with some of the others we haven't seen in a while. And so the next show we have up is the Bipolar MD. Now, this is another one that I'm not necessarily familiar. He's one of our newer shows again, Jason from the Bipolar MD.
All right, let's pull up his little graphic up here.
Excuse me, DM. Am I saying that right? DM or MD? Okay, I wrote down
DM.
MD, but he's got DM on there, so I'm screwing it up. So I totally apologize. The Bipolar DM. So I
Here.
can't wait to hear
There,
about this.
Does that work? There we go. Okay.
DM.
Now-
I'm writing it down.
Yep. Stop the share. We're gonna bring bring Jason up. And good evening, Jason. How are
Hi,
you doing
Jason.
tonight?
Oh, I went from combat medic to medical doctor in 2.5 seconds. That's awesome. So
You're welcome.
yeah.
So
Thank you.
welcome.
Yes, thank
How
you
are
for
you?
having me. I'm
Yeah,
doing
thanks for
great.
being here. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
tell us about your show. You're one of the newer ones, and
Yeah. We
just
came on a
wanna
couple
hear all
months.
about it.
Yeah, we came on a couple months ago. We're a show about Dungeons and Dragons, indie writing, and living with a mental illness, in particular bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, and major depression, among other diagnoses. So my show covers, a whole range of topics, mostly geek stuff, but especially Dungeons and Dragons and mental health. And there's a lot of crossover in that too, because I've been doing a lot of research in D&D as it's been used in therapy for trauma, PTSD, stuff like that. How it's been working with soldiers coming back from the sandbox, and so a lot of great things are happening in the medical field, in the field of psychiatry and psychology when it comes to the use of Dungeons and Dragons in a play therapy setting.
That's
What is
really
it?
cool.
It is. So can you explain a little more about what it does? How
Yes,
is it therapeutic for them?
Well, what it is if you're not familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, imagine, if you will, that you're reading your favorite story, whether it's Tolkien, George R. R. Martin, or or Star Trek or whatever, and you wanted to be a character in that story. And Dungeons and Dragons allows you to be a character in that story, run by a dungeon master, and dice rolls are introduced to give you the chance of failure and success. And so what Dungeons and Dragons does in a therapeutic setting is that it provides a safe space to be able to process through emotions, use coping skills, practice what you would like to say as a character or do in reacting to certain situations. And so this is it's turning out that Dungeons and Dragons, especially 5th edition, such a very easier edition to use, is almost tailor-made for play therapy and other types of therapy like that.
And you go ahead and use that through your show. Now, how do you integrate that to your show?
Now, I personally do not. What I do, I'm actually in training to learn how to do it through Geek Therapeutics. So I'm in training to do that and to be able to apply that. But right now, we're just having a straight game. The show itself is about Dungeons and Dragons, but we also do have a side show called Bipolar Dragons, where a bunch of us WLFE-db hosts and some other networks gather together around the table and play Dungeons and Dragons. And so we have that going on. Right now, we're talking with each other about when's going to be the best time to do it, but it's going to be a weekly broadcast that we're going to do on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. It'll be rebroadcast on the different podcast platforms I'm on, which is like Apple and Spotify and yada, yada, yada. Basically, anywhere that, any of the major guys that you look for a podcast will be on there.
I'll bring you over to Clubhouse with the rest of us crazies.
Yeah.
Bigfoot world. So,
yeah.
So, what got you involved in Dungeons and Dragons and saying, hey, this is what I want to use for a weekly show?
Well, I first cut my teeth under Dungeons and Dragons when I was in high school. I'm a Navy brat, born and raised, born in the Navy hospital, went to a DoD school in Japan, and we had the Stars and Stripes there, which at the time was the bookstore for the military. And they brought in a whole bunch of this big shipment in of Dungeons and Dragons, 2nd edition, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And this was in the mid-90s when this had happened. And I just bought up everything I could. I put an ad on the base paper, got some friends together, and we started a game. And that was back in the 90s, almost, 20 plus years ago. And I've been playing off and on since then. I really got back involved with it with 5th edition just a couple years ago, about 6 or 7 years ago, and been playing nonstop since then. And the podcast, I actually started out as a podcast. I have 4 seasons as a podcast, as a Bipolar DM podcast. And the show started as a kind of form of therapy for me. And so I talk about mental illness, talk about dating with the mental illness, the things that I've been going through, and also sharing my love and passion for role-playing games, especially Dungeons and Dragons. And I happen to be neighbors to T. Roy and Kevin. They live up the road from me.
Okay.
And so we hang out all the time, and that's how I got my hookup with Teddy. So I just, plugged him into my website to where my podcasts are at. He listened to my material, and then we started out with half an hour because I wasn't sure if I can do the content. And then all of a sudden I'm like, dude, I can do a whole hour. I got this. Especially after hanging out with T. Roy and Kevin and seeing how they do their show firsthand. And so that's how that spotted off. And I've always had it on the back of my mind about wanting to stream a Dungeons and Dragons game. And so now that I've got some players together, and I'm always looking for more, we are making that happen. Now, we're not on WLFE-db or anything like that. We're just doing this on our own. So this is just a labor of love for us that love playing the game. But we are establishing regular players. About 4 players are going to be our regular players. And then each week we're going to have a guest player come on as well, just for a one-shot. So the table will be open to anybody that wants to play, and whether they're a podcast host or within the radio network family, or just happen to be a contest winner or supporter of the show or whatnot. You know, we're going to bring in all kinds of different people to play Dungeons and Dragons with us.
Cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
All right, I got to know about the Snoopy stuff.
All right. I started collecting, and I show you my tattoos too, but I have some Snoopy tattoos. I've been collecting Snoopy for most of my life, and especially when I was in the Army. I was single. I had nothing to blow my money on. I didn't have a girlfriend, so I bought Dungeons and Dragons and Snoopy. And I have a storage unit full of Snoopy stuff that I have nowhere to put. You know, I'm thinking about having it buried with me when I die. So in the National Cemetery. So
who says you can't take it with you, right?
Exactly. You know,
All right.
you know, F the kids. You know.
So you were a Navy brat that switched to the Army, huh?
Yeah, my dad forbid me from joining the Navy. So I have 2 generations of Navy men. My grandfather was in World War II. He was on the first ship in Yokohama Harbor in Tokyo Bay in World War II. My dad served 22 plus years in the Navy as active duty. And then he got passed over for chief a couple of times, and it left a really bad taste in his mouth. And so he was like, no, go to the Air Force. They take much better care of their people. And I'm like, fuck that. I am not going in the Air Force. I did JRTC. I liked having a rucksack and an M16 and hoofing it in the field. And so that's what I signed up for. And they stuck me at Walter Reed Hospital in Washington, D.C. in the ER, ambulance, and airvac. So I didn't get to go to the 82nd Airborne and jump out airplanes and all that whole stuff like I wanted to. I was in between wars, too. We had the embassy bombings of Kenya and Tanzania, as well as Bosnia going on at the time, and we were still cleaning up a little bit from Haiti too, and some of the aftermath of the Meals on Wheels programs that that administration put us on. It was a real big mess to be in the military at that time, especially after the cuts after the Cold War ended. Because I grew up under Reagan's military, and so whenever I think of the military, I think of Reagan's military, and then I look at what the Clintons did and all that, and putting us on twice the number of missions with half the fleet, it left a real bad taste in my mouth.
Well, thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much. We have a bunch of vets in our WLFE-db family, so thank you very much.
Which reminds me of something very important, which is the Veteran Podcast Awards. So we now have a national holiday, which is October 5th, National Military Podcast Day. And the Veteran Podcast Awards is in 19 categories for active duty and veterans who do a podcast. So this is something for us to do, for us to be recognized and do.
Really?
You get that written down? Jason, we might have to have you back on and talk about that in this Dungeons and Dragons program, because I know 2 individuals that are close friends of mine that would probably be very interested in the therapeutic background. And
I'm working with the program. I got a mission right now called Dungeons and Dog Tags, where I'm trying to get D&D to boots on the ground in the sandbox. And so we're trying to get that off the ground. I am desperately trying to cultivate anybody that's over there right now that has a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife who likes to play Dungeons and Dragons and would love to do an online game with me and get some buddies together over there. That's what we're trying to do as one of our missions. The other part that we're doing with Dungeons and Dog Tags is to get a game together for veterans only. So no civilians. It's a time for us to do smack talk across the ranks and across the branches like we used to.
Right.
Slay some monsters, slay some demons that we have of our own, and then have a decompression afterwards for about 30 or 45 minutes where we're able to transition back after that, that experience. So that's another thing I'm working on.
That's really great. And my husband's retired 31 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those programs are so important, and he was a member of the Cheer Force, just saying.
Yeah. Hey, at least he wasn't a puddle pirate.
No. No. So yeah, but I think that it's so important, because even as from the family standpoint, you see where and how they step up and when they don't. And it's not that the military is not supportive of the families, but it's really difficult. People don't see the other side of it.
I lived it.
Home taking care of things, and I'm sure, you've lived both sides.
Yeah.
So all of these different programs, we need people. I guess what I'm saying is we need people like you to think outside the box.
Yeah, we take care of our own. That's what we do. Is we take care of our own, and so. There's a lot of promises that were made to us that haven't been fulfilled, and it's up to us as veterans to take care of each other.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah. I agree. So thank you so much. I find it very interesting. I'm definitely. So when is your show? Where can people find you?
Okay. The Bipolar DM show airs on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WLFE-db.com. Of course, you can find me on Facebook Live all over the place. Easiest one is at Bipolar DM. That's the handle for my Facebook page. Has all kinds of content on there, articles and videos and stuff like that. Other easiest place to find me is www.thebipolardm.com. There you'll have previous episodes of my old podcast. I still keep up on that. Links to the live show and those previous episodes, as well as resources on Dungeons and Dragons, indie writing, and mental illness.
Wow. That's wonderful. So important. So grateful. Thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Wow.
I'll be reaching out to you, and I work with a couple of groups and do a lot of donations.
Yeah, and I have a lot of
stuff. So
and I have a lot of experience playing online thanks to the pandemic. So
don't we all anymore?
I want to get this going. So love to let's pull the trigger on this.
All right.
Best of luck with that. That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you much.
So hopefully you can stick around and join us again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Great. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And there's a remove. There, I'm clicking the wrong buttons today.
Who would have thought? Look at that. Those are causes and things that are very close and near and dear to both our hearts. So I think that's really awesome. See, we learn more and more every day. 10
groups I can think of that I need to contact immediately on that and get them on his show. So, folks, if you got somebody on there, that's a big thing. So who do we got next?
So next is Real Talk with Dominic.
Hey, and where's Dom's logo disappeared on me? Where'd it go?
Of course it did.
Of course. Okay, the universe is out there. Let's get Dom
sure,
up
it's
here.
Always the universe's fault.
Yeah. It changes. Oh, I didn't know. Hey,
right.
Dom,
how are you?
And I'm the guy that's supposed to be the answer guy.
I love the way you said it, Kristie. One more time.
Dominic.
Yeah.
I don't really know where that came from.
I love it. We're just gonna hang out right now.
Absolutely.
I love you guys.
You've been busy.
We're all busy because we love what we do.
That's true.
And I love your show. This is my first time actually, I think, on your show. My family loves your show and they appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At the moment, before I talk about myself, I want you guys to talk about yourself because absolutely tell. Where's my sage? Come on, guys.
We lost. We're chasing the universe and who knows where we're going next.
Indeed.
And we're here for the ride. So come on in. We'll experience you like we are tonight with you folks. And wow.
I still love it. Kristie. Say it,
Dom.
lady.
Dominic.
What do we got? What do we got? What you need? What you need?
Oh, tell us what's going on. You've been busy. Busy.
It's crazy.
How's the show going? Tell everybody about your show first of all.
Well, I didn't have a show last night because you know what? In reality, when guests call off on you, it's hectic. Now,
Just a little.
I stopped doing that because there's so much going on. Real Talk with Dom, Genevieve, and I, we work very hard to give everyone 2 hours on a Monday night, an amazing show. We try our best. If they call out, we're not going to give a crazy show no more. You understand that as what we do. There's been some crazy shows, and we love it. Dom is no longer variety. And Ted and I will talk about that later. My heart is paranormal. I am booked out pretty much till next January if I need to be.
Booked out, you mean
paranormal.
show guests?
Yes.
Oh, good for you.
Now that doesn't mean really you did not put up a parental advisory, my friend. I am not. It doesn't mean
Tech guy.
It's right there. We have it.
That doesn't mean anything compared to what I do. Will they remember the shows or not? Last night I did not have a show because we were supposed to have a vampire on last night talking about New Orleans, right? So we just chilled last night. Move forward with the day. So yeah, it's gonna
Sometimes
be.
you have to do that.
You have to. Wild shows are fun, but Real Talk with Dom is Real Talk with Dom, and I love what I do. And anxiety and depression came into play at first, but now I truthfully love every experience I do with all of you guys. You know, so
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I found it.
You found it?
I found it. Don't ask me. I have
Found what?
I
He has
see
no
questions
idea.
coming in like left and right. Check this out. Like there's quite Nikki Mackay. Look at that. Patricia Mackay, kind, all that.
Yes.
Left and right.
Your mom is here. Your mom is here.
My mom loves you, Kristie. For
Love
Christ's
your
sake,
mom.
There we
loves you.
go.
There it is, right there.
There we go.
I love it. Thank you for doing that, my friend. Yep. There'll be a
Love
lot
it.
of shows coming on. I'm supporting the Ghost Adventures, not the show, but the Mysterious Ghost Adventures with Maria. Romania. Ted actually is hosting a show in Ireland that everyone can enjoy. I love your background right now, Kristie. It's the tree of.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
That was the very first thing I ever bought for my very first office ever to put it up on my. Yes. That's my thing.
The hell with my show. You guys are friggin' amazing.
No, we need to talk about your show.
Yeah,
People
let's
want
talk
to know
about
about
you.
your show.
My show is paranormal. Join on at any time, but you guys are the shit. Honestly, there's your paranormal. Like, there's the
What
parental.
kind of? So
advisory.
talk to me about that because that actually is a twist and a turn for you.
Well,
so what are you trying to go for with Real Talk with Dom?
Well, because in the past, I am paranormal. Genevieve and I, we do a show. She has a creepy parlor. I represent her no matter what. She's my sister.
Love Genevieve. Wish she could be here.
I wanted. She's here in spirit.
Always,
trust me, guys, on that one. You know, shows that are wrestling, shows that are concerts, they only go so far. I got away from my spirit by saying, hey, you know what? I'm getting away from paranormal because there's a lot of shows that do this, right? No, I'm going to have a better show with paranormal. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've booked myself out until way beyond. Now I could rearrange shows with Genevieve and myself. She could have my guest. I could have her guest. We will make it happen just to make good content for the network. We love what we do, and we're not selfish about this because we truly, truly love it. Now, I'm not going to go into what we started when you say we're busy, you understand what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love WLFE-db. This is our start. This is our stomping grounds. And we love Ted. This guy works so hard for what we do.
Yep.
Truthfully, 24 hours of the day, he'll make commercials. He'll make destinations for us all to hang out. Like, it's truth. Now, do we stray? Yes, we do. I'm working on my stuff, which may seem I'm not part of a network, but I am WLFE-db forever, and I am what I do love. I am entertainment. That's what I'm pushing. That's all.
That's awesome. So I have a question then. So what's up with the Dom 2 books you have written up there?
So as of last week, I am an unwrite. Unwrite is with an underground system. So I am Deuces. Tom is walking unwrite. Tom has his own gig going as far as a garden. 2 books. I have 2 books in the world, right? Poetry I write.
Nice.
You could consider them underground societies, but they're not. They're just people in the world that really give parental advisory, give a shit about people in the world, right? So I am.
See, I don't
now
think you work this hard.
I know. So I am now an unwrite with Tom. I am Deuces. He is walking. I am 2 books. I wrote the books because I gave a shit about my feelings in the world. That's why I did this show too. You know,
right?
It's one of these things.
So, what are you hoping to accomplish with your show and doing paranormal? What's your goal for this particular show?
You know, it's a great question, and it's not something that, like, it's one of these things where I love it so much that I don't want to be famous at. I truly just want to be understood with paranormal. And
understood how?
In reality,
for
the people who don't like push out their networks and shit like that, literally, honestly, to not be a TV show, because paranormal is real. Like, okay, so I have a ghost hunt to do on Saturday night, right? I want to reunite people in the world. I will not show that anywhere. I think it's become so much of a joke in the TV world that I've become a joke because of what I do and love it. But, however, though, I'm not on TV. I can still stand by the point that, like, Dom, you have a point here and no one in the world will see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to make $1 million on this shit. I'm just going to go home, eat breakfast, sleep, and say, hey, you know what? You did good that night with my family who did this shit. You know? And Kristie and Mike, I believe you guys feel the same way. See, there's Tom. Tom, straight up,
hey,
brother.
Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Dom and Tom's World on a Friday night, 8:30. You guys understand. You guys work hard at what you do. It's hard to push out to people technically the truth. You guys wouldn't do this shit if you didn't have evidence and didn't believe in it, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah. You got to get people to experience the universe, like we say. You know, I mean, it's getting out there. It's getting off the couch. It's, you know, finding what you enjoy and, you know, whatever your background is.
And all you're doing is trying to fucking educate these people. And I didn't mean
you
to say
should
like
know
that.
when Donna was going to be on here. You just need to leave it on a loop.
Just
I mean,
loop
come on.
Yeah.
I love the paranormal also. Like, I'm gonna butcher your name, Micah. I love the paranormal. Listen, it's okay to love the paranormal, right?
Yep.
You just gotta understand what you're talking about with it, and you're not gonna bring up like. Not everyone can have a haunted house. Not everyone can have a friggin' like TV show. You just got to do it because you love it. Dom is a chatty Cathy. Come on, dude. You know I'm talking the right way. Like, you know, let's talk up Ted. He hates orbs, right? He hates orbs and that whole paranormal shit that they do. it's the same shit. Like when we investigate, we don't bring up, EVPs are my thing. I do a Ouija board. He doesn't like that. He hates orbs and shit like that. We all have different aspects of what we do. Now, if you guys talk about my show, it's all generated towards paranormal. I'm not going to put them down. Let them enjoy their life. Last night, I didn't have a show because, like I said, vampire shit that we're supposed to do. It was Mother's Day. Apparently forgot about it. No worries. I had, other stuff on, but I am booked out with paranormal.
You forgot Mother's Day? Did you just say you forgot Mother's Day?
No, my guest did.
Oh, I was going to say.
What do you want me to
see
do
your
about
mom letting you get away with that. I'm
Vampires,
just
day, night, keep things together.
Oh my God.
Ted says he likes Ouija. I just hate orbs.
It's the orbs.
Ted,
There
I
you
agree
go.
with you. I mean, it's just horseshit. I mean, you could take pictures all day. It's literally shit floating around a room. You could do what you want. I build my own Ouija board. Sell them for $30 if anyone wants one beside my books. There you go, guys. Poop and steal. But I just it's just straight up. If you guys want to enjoy a show with Real Talk with Dom, Genevieve and I will speak paranormal. And we're not going to prove anything to you. We're just going to open your mind, and that's all what we want to do.
That's awesome. Love it. You know what? And it's good. It's important because we all have different experiences, like you said, and it does not work the same for all of us.
Sure.
Gifted, not gifted, investigators, it doesn't matter. So what is true and right and works for one person is not necessarily the same for the next. So you need different perspectives and experiences and people out there who can share all of that. Mm-hmm. So others can find their way in what works for them, right? And what their truths are. So that's Kristie, really important.
It's okay to think that way too. I love the way you just put that, because it's okay to think that way. Like for somebody who is a skeptic, like it's okay to like venture into the field. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that, Mike. It's okay to venture into the field by, being a skeptic. You have to learn before you step foot in a terrain.
Absolutely.
You and I and Mike and Ted and, even Genevieve with her ghost tours that she does. We've done this.
Yeah.
We're not ghost hunters by night. We're ghost hunters by years. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and for some of us, it's who we are. It's not even just about ghost hunters. It's about being connected on that level, So yeah, but again, that's just another piece of all of it. So I think that's great. Yep.
And I thank you. I personally thank you tonight for letting us be known again, for letting Genevieve and myself being known to the world on your show, on a platform that, nobody may have watched on Real Talk with Dom or Real Talk Watch with Where's My Sage. I thank you so much.
Of course,
for just letting us be known. This is amazing. And I love you, Kristie. I love you, and so does my parents and shit like that. So,
love you back.
That.
Although I think I like your mom more, but that's
okay. I know. I'm the a-hole of it, but she loves you too.
Thank you. Well, we appreciate it. All right, tell everybody where can they find you? What time?
Honestly,
give it to them again.
What I'll do is just this one. Real Talk with Dom. You could find Genevieve and I on a Monday night at 10 p.m. WLFE-db, radio, all the above. Genevieve and I will be there at 10 p.m. on a Monday night. So, Creepy Parlor on a Tuesday night at 7 o'clock.
There you go. Yes, she was just on. I tried to catch her for a few minutes. Yes. So that's great. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully you'll hang out and join us in a little while.
I will. I'll hang out and I'll see everyone. Thank you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dom.
All right. We're at halfway point. We're going to rock it out with a quick commercial, and I haven't uploaded the new one. So
that's okay.
Here so you can scream at us. So,
So when we come back, so this is the time, guys, get your drinks, go potty, do what you got to do. And Everything Yet Nothing podcast is going to be up next with T-Roy and Kevin. I don't know where this is coming from. I feel like I'm at like the hockey game or something. It's kind of cool. Or maybe it's the cortisone. You never know.
Put it up here? Okay.
I need it up here.
All right, quick commercial.
All right.
WLFE-db.com, where you can find vodcast shows, podcasts, and more like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Paratalk Radio, Just Cindy, and more. So go check out WLFE-db.com, where talk radio is a whole lot better. Our shows are your shows, and that there makes for a great talk radio.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Ted Van Son Jr. is a seasoned investigator and well-versed in the ways of paranormal investigation. He is now ready to share his ideas and unique approach with all of you. Flashlight, recorder, and comfortable shoes. Hit the ground running as you follow this easy step-by-step guide to a fun and thorough paranormal investigation, perfect for first-time and lightly seasoned investigators. Think outside the paranormal box. Learn all about the technology and techniques used back in the early days of paranormal investigation. You can find these valuable resources online at Goodreads, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and Amazon. Get yours today.
Hi, I'm Jenna Grover. In the world of fashion, we get lost in the cost. Everyone wants that special piece of quality jewelry, but they can't afford it. Not on my watch. I sell handmade quality jewelry for a fraction of the price, and that includes jewelry made of sea glass, natural stone, crystal beads, glass beads, Bigfoot jewelry, and more. If you don't see what you want, email me, because I make custom jewelry too. Check out my website at gbythesea.com. Also, you can email me at jewelry@gbythesea.com.
You're listening to WLFE-db Radio. Now, back to our program.
And we're back. And am I still muted?
No. Wait.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, what? So
no, you're doing good today. You're doing good this show.
Yeah, stumbling. Here we go. So
you're stumbling. I'm fumbling. It's all good.
Yeah, it's stumbling, tumbling. So our next guest.
Yes.
We have for our next
These
guest.
guys are a trip. Love these guys. So they've been on for a little while. And catching their show is pretty cool. So if you haven't caught it already, the name of their show is. There you go. Everything yet nothing. Their energy level is like literally through the roof. I love it. Absolutely love it. So please welcome T. Roy and Kevin. Hi.
Good evening.
Hi, everybody.
How are we all doing?
How are you?
So excited. Like, oh my God. So excited. I did it just for you.
I love it. It's very pretty.
Yes. Thank you so very much for having us on here.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We're so glad to have you guys on.
Like, you guys are phenomenal. Like what you do, you reach people, and it's just beautiful the way yins do. And thank you very much for what you do, because we need more people like y'all out there kind of help guiding us along.
Oh, well, good. There's another couple of people I got fooled. It's all good, right?
Yeah.
We're good. We're doing good.
You too, huh?
Our job is done, dude. Let's go. I'm teasing. Thank you. Yeah, he's okay. We'll keep him around. No.
Yeah, I'm just here to click buttons, you know.
He puts up a buttons for everybody.
Yeah.
It helps when you have a great partner, right?
Yes, absolutely. You click those buttons good.
Yes, that's all I do is click buttons occasionally, you know.
I try to be that guy, Mike. I was like, I'm the guy behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But evidently we're okay together. I mean, 15 years together, I guess we just know how to work each other.
Yeah, you've been together a long time.
So this face was for radio, not for this.
Oh, so yesterday we were in
the fifth. Let's go. No.
Yes. Yesterday we were in Eureka Springs, and he found this fan It'll be in the background tomorrow on the show. But
Huge. It's like the biggest fan I've ever seen.
Eureka Springs, Arkansas is this little Victorian town. It was settled in the Victorian area. And it was all around the springs. There was, you might have heard of the Crescent Hotel. You guys are paranormal investigators.
Yeah.
I have not.
Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, the most haunted hotel on.
This doctor.
Crescent Hotel?
Yes.
It was a huge hospital.
Yes.
And he would do experiments on cancer patients using the spring water. And he was doing all these weird kind of experiments.
All kinds of really off the wall stuff.
And then throughout the years, it has been a college and some other things that people have died. There's this little room in there about all the ghosts that have been that are in there and their stories and stuff even. And there's been all kinds of paranormal investigations there.
Yes.
Ooh, we might have to go check that out, Mike.
You should. The energy in there is crazy. Like, you would love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we have to go team up with you guys and go do an investigation.
Awesome. Oh, that would be awesome.
I like.
Mike's like, oh my God, how many other places are you going to drag me to? We're already booked.
I'm like, no, I was thinking about how long that car ride's going to be. I thought Michigan was going to be big.
It's only, I think we looked at it, was about 24 hours.
Yeah, that's
24 hours.
24 hours.
And that might be
one
a
of
show
us-
onto its own. Yes. One of us may not make it back alive.
I mean, I love him like a brother, but one of us probably would not make it there.
I'm happy the new gimbal for the cell phones, and we'll come down and visit because
Okay, so we'll look into cheap flights. How's that?
There you go. Absolutely.
You can fly here to Branson and
You know what? Look it.
Or to Eureka Springs.
There you go. Or, if he's obviously stressed out about it, forget him. Screw him. I'll just know. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is turning awfully red. Look at you.
He is, isn't he? I mean, what the heck?
I'm trying to fan you off, honey.
So we're in Eureka Springs, and there's these little shops and everything.
Beautiful.
You do have to
Up in the
For real, you gotta
hills,
kinda
there's
make it.
a lot of rock.
Oh.
There's water. It's down in like a canyon.
The buildings, half of them have been there since
yeah.
1800s.
Yeah.
So
way back when.
Oh.
and I'm going to pronounce it wrong for the locals, but Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And that's where you guys are. That's where you guys are coming from, right?
We're from Branson, Missouri.
Branson, Missouri. Okay.
Yeah.
Get it right, Mike.
Right across the border.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's funny because when we're over there, people from Eureka Springs come to Branson to vacation because it's a destination area. And so they're like, where are you guys from? We're like, Branson. They're like, oh, we go there for vacation. I'm like, we come here.
We come here. It seems like you're hundreds of miles away, and it's just so peaceful, relaxing. Everybody is welcoming to everybody that is there, no matter who you are, how you are. You're just accepted, and it's really, really awesome. So
that's my kind of area.
It's a go-to, yeah.
But so he got this fan, and this fan is huge. It's going to cover this area that's right behind me, actually. And he's with this huge ass fan, making
That's
it
so cool.
And I could tell the woman's getting annoyed because she's like, "Yeah, those are more for the wall."
I just love this.
He got the three kids behind you.
Let me try this other one. It's smaller. I want to see the sound. No,
You're really good at that.
It's huge.
And we have our nephew with us, so he's like,
and the noise is
like, "Here, try it." And he's like,
whoops.
Oh my gosh. And she's like, "Oh, okay, go ahead."
Yeah.
Oh.
And then she's behind the counter, and she's she got this big old huge black one, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, look at that!" one.
It was really big.
So
Big and black.
Awesome.
it wasn't for sale, but we're talking about it next time.
Crouching tiger hitting dragon movement.
Oh, So this is about
a really good time. A really good time.
Oh, you guys are coming to Gettysburg, right?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Mike's like, oh shit, I'm gonna have my hands full. Mike's like, I'm gonna be babysitting her ass all weekend long. I can't even believe this.
So
we'll give Mike a run for his money. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god, I can't wait. It's gonna be a blast.
Oh
So
yeah, it's
what's,
gonna be awesome.
what's the basis of your show, guys?
Well, it's LGBTQ based, but we also have a little bit of everything else on it, which is music, talented actors, actresses, writers, directors, true life stories of LGBTQ, to where they open themselves up and they let people know exactly how they have been treated in their life, and how things have went from one way to this other way, which is a more positive way. And, kind of hopefully, open some eyes and change some minds a little bit. And, change is definitely out there. And we really want to help those that are in need of help. Somebody going through suicidal, thinking and feeling, and, depression, and, just stuff that everybody really goes through, not just LGBTQ, but everybody else too.
Right.
Yeah, there's
it doesn't matter what, right? Just like Jason was talking about, we all have life is life, right?
Yeah, there's children out there that are just not being welcomed and accepted, that are taking their lives because they're being bullied or being treated in a certain way that shouldn't be treated. And we really want to help and try to reach everybody on.
That's awesome. Love
it. It's pretty cool.
So that's why we're also part of Safe Space, because like I said, it's Safe Space isn't just about LGBTQ. No, Safe Space is about anybody that needs any help about anything. There's going to be all kinds of resources and whatnot that you can reach out to and everything. So
no matter who you are, how you are, that help is going to be there 100%. So it's going to be there for those that really need to be able to reach out. Like around where we are, there's not much resources out there, just not for many people at all.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, in our town, there's not a gay thing at all.
Yeah.
Like there's Branson Diversity page that we had him on, the person that runs the Branson Diversity page, and he tries to get the community together, but it's sporadic. Then a lot of the entertainers, they can't be out because they're entertainers and the Bible Belt. Yeah. And so hush hush. It's got to be hush hush
kind of thing, which is kind of crappy. I think everybody should be treated with 100% respect. I mean, why do we have to be a certain way, just by somebody else?
Yes, he does TV and he goes with his makeup and stuff. And I mean, he's witnessed like people just no, you can't be in here filming this. So
like, totally cold shoulder, rude, just asshole-ish. But we also have our wonderful people. I have this little family that I really became close to, that is a lot of performers and a lot of locals that just are really down to earth, awesome people. And
now the mayor, he's an ally. He's always we've always been welcome at his establishment, and now he's a mayor.
I go as me, and everybody loves me no matter how I am, how I look, how I act. Everybody's just awesome, and I made a comment the other day that I felt like almost family, and then one of them that's there all the time, every Friday and Saturday when we have the shows and everything going on there, and is always there, and she's all like, no, you are the Star family, you are a part of that. So I was like, oh my god, really? But I get to sing with country star and singer Stevie Lee, and I just got to hang out with Colin Ray, country singer.
So yeah, he's getting a bunch of new stuff. I mean,
yes, and
That's pretty
it's
cool.
really exciting.
Are you
Really.
doing your shows live then with those folks as well, or are you kind of having them on guests later on, or?
Actually, the ones that I have had on has been basically live. And then we're working on some others, you know, like I really want to get a lot of them that are in just that theater because there's, oh God, over 100, I believe, of just really good talent and musical artists. And they actually, there's a good chance that I might be part of that. And
yeah, we're going to try to
soon to come. So I'm kind of
Got
hoping
some things in the works.
Oh, some things in the works.
I like that.
Yes, I can't reveal it right now, but yes.
It's understandable.
It's going to be awesome. So awesome. It's really awesome down here. And I think that we're making a big difference within not just here, but just all over the world.
And being able to reach out with the podcast has really helped that. Like, we've had quite a few trans shows. And we actually just last week did an update.
Right.
Our brother from another mother is going through transition.
Yep.
He was on our first shows, and now we did a 6-month update. It was actually his first week on T, and we got to do 6 months, almost basically to the week.
Yeah,
so
and you can tell the difference too. And it's really, I like it, and I take it deep because I've known these people that have been on my shows almost all their life, and to see the transformation, it's like almost seeing a rebirth and actually watching.
We were calling it his second puberty.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? I mean,
I was like, you're gonna have to sing me some Josh Turner now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gotten that deep voice going on.
Really love the deep voice. Oh, that's so cool.
So did you guys come from an entertainment background before you decided to do the show, or just kind of all fell together?
Well, I've sung karaoke for certain individuals and places, just all over the place for the last 20 some odd years. And then we started getting into making small what was it,
little skits.
We
were going to be part of this Cryptic Crusaders.
Yeah, we put it all together with some friends of ours, and
went on to
but no, not at all. I just sang, and that's it.
And then you decided it was time to do a podcast.
Yep.
Okay.
It was there.
No big deal.
Why the hell not? Me and my best buddy, my brother Biggins, which started out with me, and he has moved on. And it's just
check him out. Biggins on Hillbillies in the Holler.
Yes, Hillbillies in the Holler, and it's Biggins. He is hilarious, down to earth. He is a hillbilly through and through. And we really wanted to start the show out with, the differences of us being both hillbillies, because I was born and raised hillbilly all my life. So, And
I'm going to ask a really dumb question. Let me just interrupt you for 1 sec.
So that's really going to make a difference.
When you say you're like a total hillbilly, what exactly does that mean? I gotta ask.
I can live off the land if I need to. My mom taught us kids how to live off the land and just pick greens and can out of the garden, grow gardens, and just live be able to live, kind of thing.
Live smart, live healthy,
live
like houses when we were growing up, even at that age.
Whenever I was young. Yeah.
So we got to introduce you to the Naked and Afraid folks.
Thank goodness for inside.
Right? You fit right in with those guys.
Yes.
Right.
His mom even, she's like, have you seen Naked and Afraid? Have you seen it with this one? Because she'll catch the marathon. And we'll be like, what are you doing? If it's not Westerns, it's Naked and Afraid. And we'll be like, oh, really? We'll switch it over.
I'm like, Mom, what are you doing?
Well, Michael might have it on 2 cents to add to that.
Stop that right now.
Teddy and I might have some friends that we can hook you up with.
There
Mhm. That's
Oh my
awesome.
goodness,
Oh my gosh.
So what night your show blah, 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 blah. What night is your show on?
It is Thursday nights at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah. Yeah, we're backwards. We think Central first. Yeah, so 9 and 10 p.m.
Let's see.
Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Central on WLFE-db.com. Or
Awesome. All right.
nothing on Facebook.
Yes. And T-Roy Ron Shirley on Facebook and Everything Nothing on
How you say
Facebook.
everything at everything
and
on Facebook.
everything else. YouTube.
That one there. Doo-doo.
That's all right there.
There it is. Oh my goodness. I need one of those for mine.
That's awesome.
And
You
yours
guys,
is-
we love
yours is the
you.
one that's working tonight. So
Tricky.
Well, thank you so much for coming on with
gonna-
us, you guys. We actually had 2 others that popped on, so we need to make sure we have time to talk to everybody. But oh my God, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Hopefully we'll see you in a little while. All right.
I hit the
Bye.
wrong buttons. There we go. Oh.
Yeah, we actually have somebody else who popped in with another show. And yeah, so we need to get our butts going here. Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And I don't have anything for this person. And why don't you go ahead and do an introduction?
Let's go. Teddy and Cindy.
Oh.
Perry Talk Radio.
Oh, the one that cut off
Hey,
from
what's
my
going
thing.
on?
Hey.
So funny. I hope you guys, I hope I'm okay. I usually don't give feedback, but my earbuds are not working. I tried another one. That's not working. So
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. I'm so glad you made it. Oh my gosh.
Me too.
Wow.
How are you guys doing? I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I'm usually on doing my show and not able to catch you guys because I go for the long stints sometimes.
You do.
Yeah,
You
5
like the
hours.
marathon.
5
that's
hours,
for
yeah.
sure.
Marathons. Maybe that's what they should be called these days.
Oh my gosh, you're hysterical. There you go. All right, so go ahead, Michael.
I couldn't sit for 5 hours like she does. I don't know how she does it. Nope.
My ass,
Really?
my ass hurts just trying to get the network to run the way it's supposed to sitting in this chair.
Give me the warning.
I literally have to excuse myself at times going, excuse me, I need to do a pee break.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'll be like, excuse me, I'm getting super hungry. And if you don't want me to leave right now, I'm going to go grab a snack and I'll be eating and waiting.
I think the last 2 times I caught your show, you were eating, one was pizza and then the other time was pizza rolls.
I mean, yeah.
I was like, this girl's
Now I'm
doing it
hungry.
all.
The funny part is the boys will go run and get the pizza, literally run with their feet
here
because I'm with the car here. And then they'll just Jet hands me a piece of pizza.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
like,
funny.
"Aw, you're so cute.
Oh, that's so good. Your son, you mean?
Yes.
Boys?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know,
So-
as they should. As they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. My son is looming over me right now. I think he wants to see what friends I'm talking to online right now.
Aww. All right.
right.
So why don't you guys introduce yourselves and then talk about your show? Let everyone know what show you actually have. Sorry, my allergies are so bad this week.
Mine are so bad too. I have
Worse than normal.
Will you give me some water, please, James?
Well, Cindy and I actually host a show. We're the longest running show on the WLFE-db radio network.
Yes, we are.
It's Paratalk Radio. We just celebrated a little over 5 years. It is a paranormal-based show. We started out as a podcast. We are now a vodcast, which is like this as well, which you guys are on. And basically, we kept growing, and then Cindy actually got her own show, which is just Cindy, through the WLFE. She does have shows on other networks as well. And you know, she's like busy too. You know, she's like, we're all busy. And I'm running our network with how many shows now? 15 shows, 16 shows, and
yeah. How many shows do we have? Because we were trying to remember. Because it just every time we get the message, there's another show.
There's another new show. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're somewhere around 15 shows. I think that's vodcast. Then you're talking. There's 2 to 3 podcasts as well. So which is just the audio side of it, so that you don't see. What are you doing?
What the hell are you doing?
I think that's her. I think.
If we didn't drink the same water growing up,
that's her medicine. So, but anyways, that's it. Actually, Parrot Talk Radio actually started out with a different co-host, and then the real short story. I'll make it short. Cindy actually lost her job at one place, and then I contacted her. I said, "Hey, you want to
on that day?
On the same day. Do you want to come and work with me at Parrot Talk Radio?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah." So you know how loud she gets. Yeah, and crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So she's been here 3.5 years with me, or 3 years, and we've been going strong.
3 years and 3 months.
Yeah,
a very long 3 years and 3 months.
Well, and you know, we started out just paranormal, but we've crossed over into the horror genre. The myself, I consider paranormal to encompass the UFOs and the cryptozoology and all that stuff.
Right.
So, but we go into everything. You know, in fact, we're going to start doing shows for our fans. We're going to start having one show like every couple months or something that we will let our fans that are in our chats and comments room actually come in and we interview them or they interview us.
I thought that would be so fun.
Cool. That's going to be neat. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Some of their stories having to do with the paranormal too.
Right.
Yeah. It's just to give back and allow them to actually interact with us live instead of just seeing us through the comments.
Wow.
Right.
Very neat. Very
I
neat.
love it.
I love it.
And you've had some huge guests on your show. I mean, from all genres.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I'm still the biggest. I think weight-wise, I'm still the biggest.
I beat you, remember, on camera?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Hey, I have a picture of the two of you.
Shush.
Before or after we
went, Mike, I'm a little quicker than you are.
So, Mike, Kristie, and myself.
They're such guys. They're sitting in the add-on end, and they're just like both on their phones.
Oh my god!
And they're just slouched. They're both in jeans and hoodies and coats, and I'm like, I can't even help it. Click.
We're not there to look. Hey, we're not there to look pretty. We're there to do a job.
Yes. And
absolutely, and that was a great weekend.
Parrot Talk Radio in Where's My Sage? We're close. We're all about an hour and a half from each other. So you never know when you're gonna find the four of us or three of us, together doing something different. We dragged Teddy on an investigation. Well, actually, we got allowed to go on an investigation.
He was very much appreciative. Still bugging me. When are we going to go on another one? When are we going to go on another one? I'm like,
I want to go on one with you guys.
You absolutely can. Yeah, it'd be so much fun.
We would have to do it separate, you and I, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you know what I think is funny is that when with Mike and Where's My Sage, when that first started, he's known me for a long time, and when we first did this, where all of us got together, he was like, "Oh my God, you don't know what mess you're going to get into if you have Teddy and Cindy on the show. You have no idea what's going to happen." And he would be ready for that button for so he was like, "Oh my gosh, you don't know." It's like, but.
Don't worry, I helped him chill out. I taught him. He's all good now.
But you know what makes our show is the fact that Cindy and I both are skeptical investigators as well. Yeah. So even though there's gifts and there's all these other things involved, we still try to stay very skeptical when we're investigating. And Cindy and I didn't stumble on the same investigation. I actually invited her to the investigation, which kind of is our start.
Yeah, the people that you were doing the investigation for, actually, one of them from high school, they were my friends, and called me and it told you to call me and call me in on the investigation.
Wait, was it the first high school or the second high school?
No high school.
So my high school that I graduated from is
Okay.
Not mine. I'm much
it's not
older.
Eastridge. It's from Wayne Central.
I just want to know if the water was messed up at the beginning or the end. So, as I did 4 years at the other place, I know the water was messed up.
Oh.
It wasn't water, Mike. It was Jack Daniels.
Stop it.
My setup doesn't want to cooperate.
Wait,
Oh my
Mike,
god, you
where did
guys
you
are
go to
too
school?
funny.
The same place you did. The
Oh,
first
You
time.
just can't say it out loud.
Yeah,
Well,
don't say it out loud.
I don't give two shizzes.
But yeah,
I was just good for you, Mike. I think I was really good.
yeah, but
Wait,
see,
it's a good thing I was safe over here in Erie County.
hey,
by the Niagara River.
I was in Redneckville, so
Yeah.
And so
Wow.
yeah, I didn't graduate from Eastridge. I graduated from Wayne.
yeah.
So, when you
Well, that
guys,
explains a whole lot. As I'm putting to all three.
yeah, the other
Listen,
two aren't.
nobody knew what I did in high school. Any of that. Well, wait a second. I was kind of weird in high school.
Was?
I didn't even say that because I'm the
What?
only person I knew that did at 15 did dream analysis. Okay, so yes, I was weird. I get it. It's fine. And that was at Wayne.
I got nothing.
All right, Mike. What were you gonna say?
So, how do you guys pick your guests for your show, and where do you see the network going?
Well, actually, I do all the guests. A lot of them are friends of friends, or it's research and just going out and reaching out to some of these people, because we've had some noted guests. I mean, like Chip Coffey, Grant Wilson. We've had Jason Haas. We've had Ghost Brothers. We've had Matt Moneymaker. We've had Bobo. We've had, so every area from UFOs to Bigfoot to paranormal, like ghost hunting. We even reached into the horror genre to where we were interviewing horror clowns, and then they're horror clowns. Horror. And so it's funny because Mike was trying to say it with you.
W.
It was funny. But, but we've gone into, we do everything. And, we've told people before, because when we first started this, even when Cindy first started with me 3 years ago, we were kind of the outcast of the paranormal radio shows. And
we had big clocks on us.
Yeah, and it was because they didn't consider us a paranormal show, because we laughed too much. We weren't serious. We didn't.
You weren't like all down and dreary and dark.
Oh
and
yeah,
weird.
we weren't.
We weren't.
You didn't fit the mold.
We weren't demonic.
Yeah, we weren't.
Good
Remember
one.
this, Cindy? Remember this, Cindy? You're not professional enough. You're not professional.
Wait. Which one was that? Which man was that?
Well, we're not going to mention names, but
I'm not going to say a female, because it was never a female that would say that. It was always the males, and it was always about me.
Yeah. So what we did was we kind of played a trick
And that was
on
a good name too, Teddy, right?
It was a pretty good sized name.
It was
Yeah.
a pretty good sized name, and I'm like.
So anyway, so what we did was we kind of changed that for Paratalk Radio, that we're not professional, we're unprofessional, we're real. You never know what you're going to get with us, and if you don't, if you're not ready for that, then go somewhere else. But we're not going to be the boring, drab, no nonsense. Bleh.
But this is the thing, Teddy and I work in tandem. Teddy is doing a lot of the interviewing. I read the comments like I'm doing now. It's just second nature to me to be doing that. So if somebody is making me laugh in the comments, I'm not necessarily listening to what they're saying. And it may be a subject that I'm not realizing is super intense. And why the fuck are you talking about it in this platform?
We've all gotten ourselves in trouble that way.
But this person got super angry with me because I was laughing in the comments. I had stuff on my personal thing that were going off, and I'm like, holy shit, like, what is going on right now?
And he was talking about something
He was talking about suicide on our show. And
Way to go, Cindy.
I was laughing at my peep, and I was completely unprofessional. And
yeah, so we just played it.
you
we
know
just
what?
decided, you know what?
People will be here next week, and you bitch, you're not going to be. So bye.
Yeah. So we just decided that Paratalk Radio is going to be it's no holds barred. We're just going to talk about the topics. We're going to give you our feeling, give our opinions, and so on and so forth. And we're gonna have fun with it because I think interviews.
That's right.
I think. Oh yeah.
He's got them all. He's got it all.
I think interviews need to be fun and entertaining. That's why people watch us. It has to be entertaining. So that's what we try to do as well. And it's sort of kind of what the guys were talking about. Sofa movie guys. It's like we wanted it to be different. All five of us are different, and we all come from different areas, and we all have different opinions, and so that's what makes it work. So, and me and Cindy, we've battled on show before. We've actually,
we do it all the time.
I was going to say we argue all the time, like live and everything, and I'm like, how are you doing?
Oh yeah,
it just makes it what it is. People, it's not made up.
And I call guests on their crap too. If I don't agree with what they're saying,
right.
I'm going to call you on it. If I think it's immoral or unethical, and it's not that I'm passing judgment, but when you're trying to tell me something about putting my people, whether it's my co-host, myself, or my peeps that are watching, if you're saying to me that there's some harm coming in or possibly, forget about it. I'm about to rail one side of you and the other, and it's not going to be fun.
Yeah. We actually had a guest. Let me kind of fill you in real quick. The guest that we had, I won't say names or nothing, but the guest we had said that he was actually being tormented by a demon, and this demon, any show that he was on, the people were getting attacked.
If they questioned him at all regarding this demon.
Yeah, the comments from people and so on and so forth. So we said, then why did you come on the show? You knew we were going to interview you. You knew that we had people in the comment rooms, and you're now telling us that they're now going to be in danger. I go, why didn't you say this in the beginning? You know what I mean? To having you on the show. And it just spiraled out of control after that. Cindy took him to the cleaners.
I sure did.
Oh yeah.
Good girl.
So when you get a serious guest, are they prepared for the awesome roller coaster you guys have going?
Sometimes, I do worry about that sometimes. And then there was a couple that I actually set up and I said, well, have you seen our show yet? And they're like, no. I go, so you have? I said, take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. That's all you need to go and watch a past show. And they'll usually come back and say, oh, that Cindy's a trip, isn't she? I'm like, yeah. I go, it's like, so most of them, I would say, where are we? We're at like 218 shows or something like that. So I would say, and that's just on this network, not from where we actually came from.
Right.
So I would say that probably less than 10% of our guests actually had some type of situation. Most of them are, we tell them, it's like, God, you fit us. I mean, their attitudes are great. They're looking forward to the fun. They want to be involved. And
right.
I think it has a lot to do with really being able to vibe with your person, right? Whoever you're interviewing, and it may be more than one at the time, you have to be able to inject your sense of humor, your personality into it, and you have to be able to vibe them out as well. And then I'm not talking about the psychic kind of vibe. It's really about asking the questions and what they're bringing back to you. But you also don't want a boring show, because we have been on the borderline of some boring shows, and you have to inject that fun back into it, because otherwise people are tuning out. Like if they're tuning out, we've had people that just rambled, and you're like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You are not fun to listen to.
No, it's true. And you have to be able to work together and then kind of feed off each other. And it's not in a perfect way, just to keep it moving along, or to keep, or actually to save each other's ass, to be very honest with you. We all have off nights. We all have,
during commercials and stuff, we'll be like How do we get this guy off the show? How do we get him to shut up? You know?
I don't think we've ever, I think maybe one, I think I can say that I was totally checked out and I was like,
bye.
And I had a great time.
Over it. And he loved it. And I was, because it was a whole different ball game as far as, like how I was being treated versus how he was being treated. But otherwise.
Kristie, so that actually, with this person that said that I was unprofessional, you could literally see how different he treated me as opposed to Teddy. Yeah. And he treated me very terribly overall. So, I'll check out. If I see that you're treating me as an underling or you're treating me as subpar, I have a couple of fingers that I can shove places and it will be fine. But when you're being treated a certain way, you already know that it's not going well. So you check out and you're just going to focus over here because I'm going to just pay attention to my peeps because this person is not being very kind to me. They're not being, there's no equality there. He felt as though he was up here on some kind of pedestal and Teddy was up there with them. And he did the same to me when I met him in real life the summer before. In real life.
No, it is what it
is. It was tough. It's tough when you get thrown in those situations. You kind of like we expect people to sit down and relax with us and have a drink and just have fun with what we're doing. But then there's some of them that, I'm sorry, you're better than we are, or you think that you're more professional than we are. It's not that.
Yes, but Teddy, we also have these standards that we create in our mind when you see people on TV. Like you think that they're that person that they portray in that real TV show, and you think that they are that fun, kind of charismatic person. But then when you get to them on this person-to-person level, you see that they are not that person, that they treat women like terribly, and the men are like super awesome with.
Yeah. Yep. And guys, we'd love to keep going. I'm really sorry. We have one more show to come on, and he's a newer one too. So really excited about this one. Yes. So you guys, no, I'm kidding. We love you guys. So where can everyone find you? Tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, actually,
I'm going to dab my nose because that's just what I do.
That's all right. For us, for Paratalk Radio, there's lots of avenues you can find us. But the main avenues is paratalkradio.com. You can also see us on WLFE-db.com. You can check us out on all the TV channels, like all the shows that you're doing here that you're interviewing tonight. They are all on the Stream TV network. So they are all on their different platforms, which would be Variety Unlimited, Paranormal View, or LGBTQ Friends. So, and us, you would find us on Paranormal View, like where you guys are right now. You are on Paranormal View. I was watching you earlier on Paranormal View. All they got to do is hit the live button. But you can find us anywhere that you have podcasts, anywhere that you Facebook, YouTube. And Cindy, like I said, her other show, Just Cindy, which is on YouTube. And she has other shows. Her
I do my Taco Tuesday on Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. I do that on my. I only do it on my YouTube, which is The Psychic Cindy, and I'm also on PBDC TV YouTube channel for that as well. Usually, I didn't do it.
Awesome. That's well. Yes, and thank you for joining us. I'm glad you're able to be on.
Well, thank you.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much. We need to get Lacrosse on here so we can watch his show as well. I'm excited. I don't know about this one yet.
If you have to, you got plenty of time.
All right. Wow! Look at his face.
That looks wow. Oh.
Well,
God. Now you know why I fired Dom so many times. No.
Yeah.
Don't get Dom started, all right? No.
Oh, I got him again. All right. All right. Who's our next guest?
So our next guest is a new show that I am very interested to find out. His name is Lacrosse, and his show is Through Kaleidoscope Eyes. I think I said that right.
Let's pull across it.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here. I was so glad when I saw you pop on. This was great.
Yeah, it was kind of last minute.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Nice to meet you.
Same. Super
Thank
excited.
you. So tell us about your show.
Well, I actually do two. I do Through Kaleidoscope Eyes, which is my show. It's basically speaking with people within the LGBTQIA plus community and allies, and I bring them on and I interview them because, like, a lot of local celebrities don't really speak for the rest of us. I myself am a transgender man, so as much as I love Chaz Bono or Laverne Cox, they don't speak for us, the everyday people. And I think there's a lot of extraordinary everyday people who have great stories, and I just want to get their stories out there and, you know, give them a lot of credit. And then I also do Rainbow Soul with Hollis Taylor every Sunday, and we're very contrasting. Hollis is very spiritual and into a lot of like spirituality, and I'm just like an atheist. So we kind of put two different perspectives together spiritually. I don't believe in a supreme being, so I kind of give that perspective of, you know, you can still be spiritual but not believe in something bigger than that. And so we do that every Sunday. So that's pretty much the gist of what I do. So
what started? What made you decide all of a sudden, well, let's do a podcast about that? Because that's a pretty big deal, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, which one?
For both.
For Rainbow Soul, yeah, Hollis and I kind of just got together, and Hollis was just like, look, I know we got to do something together because, you know, they're very Zen and, you know, very into spirituality. And I'm like, and of course I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we could do something. Sure. And so we ended up starting to doing it, and our chemistry is actually really good. And, you know, it is very important. So when we just started doing the first show and the second show, and then it just kind of seemed to start taking off, and people just really like listening to all the different perspectives, and not just some basic, you know, this is Christian perspective and that's it. Right. And nothing against that. It's just, there's so many different views.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And then with Kaleidoscope Eyes, it started originally as a different podcast and then transformed into this. And it was just more of the stories. Growing up, my grandfather was a big storyteller, and I used to love listening to his stories. And I thought, wow, this is a piece of history. So every person I bring on, I'm giving them an opportunity in an hour for them to share their history and their life. And you got to love internet, because who knows, hopefully it'll last 100 years and these people be able to look back on it and see these stories, and it could inspire also other people. I think that's the main thing, that when you're in a community, the rainbow community, there's a lot of, you know, isolation that you could feel. And if they come to this show and realize, oh, wow, you know, I get that I went through that, or that I really can relate to that person, and also give them resources to help them within, you know, like the Trevor Project, or, you know, Lifeline, Trans Lifeline, things like that. They'll have those things there at their fingertips. They just have to ask, and it's available.
So are those are causes? Are those groups? Are those, what exactly are what you mentioned? Can you explain a little bit about those?
Trans Lifeline is based because I think it's 41% of transgender people have attempted suicide. So it is for them to, if they're feeling suicidal, they can call that number. I don't really have the number on hand. Of course, now I'm failing miserably because I don't have it on hand.
That's okay, because you have a podcast and a vodcast. You can just put it up anytime you want.
And then the Trevor Project is also similar, based around the LGBT, you know, like abuse and suicide and things like that. So the Trevor Project really helps with that. There's like a ton of them, but those are the only two I could think of off the top of my head.
Sure. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, you know, and to get it out there too. And so people understand, and they can look into that if they want. Wow. That's great.
And so, and then I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to know if that was a green screen behind you, or if you did that.
No, this is New Orleans. My wife, we went to New Orleans for our honeymoon last year. So she bought this big like backdrop of New Orleans because I loved it. We loved it so much. So it's New Orleans. It's Bourbon Street behind me.
I know, I love the color. Awesome. It's just like a really awesome, backdrop. Hey, there's actually a question from the audience.
Okay.
Mike Slackett.
I thought you were clicking it. From Melanie. I'm kidding. Lacrosse is an atheist. Do you believe in life after death? What is your thought on spirits? Oh boy.
Okay. I like to take. Oh yeah, it is. I actually like to take a more scientific approach. Energy. I don't necessarily believe in life after death or spirits per se, but I do believe in energy, and energy is endless. So I just believe that when you go, you just kind of recycle. Your energy just recycles into something else. I don't know what it is. Of course, I haven't died yet, so I can't say, but I just believe that it kind of recycles into something else, and energy goes and it's limitless and it's endless. So, but I mean, I might be wrong, so I'm open to that too.
So along that thought process, do you feel that maybe we can manifest that? Like if we're an animal lover in this life, or, plant lover, or, do you feel like we can actually almost set ourselves on a certain path to recycle ourselves in that way?
Oh, absolutely. Because they have energy. I think absolutely. Wherever there's energy, I guess we can go into. I mean,
right. But I mean, do you think we can manifest it for ourselves and actually try to make that happen?
I don't know. That I couldn't answer. I'm going to be honest about it. I couldn't.
I don't even really know why I asked the question. Yeah. It just came to me.
I get a lot of people like, do you believe in ghosts? And I'm like, well, see, I kind of believe once again the science. It's like parallel universes. How do you know we're not the ghost and we're just stuck in someone else's universe?
Very good point.
So it's just, yeah.
Wow, very interesting. What is your goal with these shows of yours? And the mission that you're on and the things that you're trying to do.
My goal is to help. I just believe medicine, whether it's a vodcast, whatever it is we're doing, podcasts, I believe in medicine. And I figure that 1 hour, it's like what I do with my drag. I have 3 to 5 minutes when I'm on that stage to make people forget what they're going through in their life. I have an hour now, which is more than when I hit on stage. I have an hour and an outlet that I could sit there and hopefully help somebody, or, be of some inspiration. My guests could be an inspiration to somebody out there, and just collect history. I think that's what it boils down to, collecting history.
That's awesome. That's really great. Wow.
Melanie had a follow-up, and I don't know if we got.
I was going to say, you're deep in thought.
I was looking at times, and she always has great thoughts. And so what brought you the idea of the energy, and did you experience something that brought you to the conclusion? Go back to your original question.
Melanie.
She always
very
got
good.
Well, that's probably why she's our mentor.
I think it came to the point that I grew up very religious, and jumping from religion to religion because you're seeking your journey. I think it came down to it that if there is a God, or if there isn't a God or supreme being, it's irrelevant. It's all irrelevant. That's how I became an atheist. If there is a divine source out there, something big, God, I think that God has more important things to do, like keep the universe together, stop us from crashing into the sun, than worry about a lottery ticket that we're praying for. My opinion. So, and at the end of the day, if we have free will, which we technically do, then we are the people who determine our paths. Once again, makes God irrelevant, or the supreme being irrelevant. So that's how I look at it. I'm not saying there is, I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying I don't believe. And in the end, I say there is a God for those who need it, and there is no God for those who don't. And I just happen to not need it. So,
all right. Wow, that's very interesting. Cool. Yeah, no, that's great. So where can people find you?
Well, yeah, Facebook, through Kaleidoscope Eyes. I do have YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, pretty much everywhere. Just look for or my name Lacrosse. I'm the only one who has it. I have yet to meet anybody who has a name like that. I picked it up myself. So
you know what? Wait a second. Are you the Lacrosse? Is he the one that won my gift certificate?
Your gift certificate.
I gotta go back and look at the.
I did too. Did you come on the show that one time and actually and share it or subscribe to the our YouTube page when I was giving away those 30-minute readings? I think that's you.
I put something in it, but then I had to leave, so I don't know if I won.
Oh my God, we announced it twice, and I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, and it just occurred to me, that's you, because I don't know anybody else with that name, but I don't know where the sticky note went. My desk is a mess. So, dude, you need to call me so we can
okay.
The universe is obviously like, okay, this guy needs reading, so you need to
The universe is saying it.
If you want it.
Because I did.
Well, you
I
want
remember...
it, so if you want it, you can have it.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
Yeah,
well, I'm
that's so
definitely going to
funny.
use that.
That just hit me out of nowhere, like, dude. God.
Like I said, I was in
how to get
there
a
and
hold
I
of
was
this person.
I was listening and I was like, oh, this is really cool. This is really neat and stuff. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I can't stay. So So yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, so I just have another question for you.
Sure.
How did you come up with the name of your show?
Through Kaleidoscope Eyes.
Yes. How did you come up with that?
Okay, well, this is gonna sound a little cheesy, but Rainbow Soul was already taken because we've thought the name up for that, and I didn't want to use another rainbow like thing because it is an LGBT friendly show. So I thought, well, what's close to a rainbow? And I thought, oh, kaleidoscopes. That's an even broader sense of rainbow because it's not just the rainbow community, it's also the allies,
and
right.
it's like the layers and the
and
it
there
blends
is
together.
At the end of it, there is no wrong opinion or wrong view. It's just your view. There is no right or wrong. It's just what you believe and what's your what you have to bring to the table.
Interesting. Very interesting. So there's one thing that you want people to know about your show and what you're doing and why. What would it be?
I want to know that everybody has a voice and everybody should be able to speak their voice. You don't have to have this crazy, outrageous life. Your life is unique and your life is individual, and it's not less or more than anybody else's, but you deserve to have a voice. So that's why on my show, I'll talk to anybody and I'll let anybody tell me their story. So
awesome.
That's the whole point. And if they want to come on the show, I don't care. Just let me know and I'll put you on the show and we'll just talk. Because to me, it's just two friends talking.
Right. Right.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
Melanie.
you.
She's awesome. I could totally see you guys getting along. Oh, yeah.
So
That's great. Go ahead, Michael. He's like, so I'm going to try to get a word in here.
No, we're at the 10 o'clock hour.
Well, Teddy said we have a little while, so let's bring everybody on.
Yes. So
I'm going to get real bossy and tell them what I want to do right now.
Yes, you did. So, all right. There's your 2-minute warning. Don's not back yet, so we'll pull Cindy back up. And here's Jason and Cindy. Teddy disappeared again. I'm going to answer two questions quick. For Lockbeard, we are on, yes, every Tuesday night, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And you never know what we're going to cover. Everything from psychic readings to Bigfoot to absolute craziness. And Micah, yes, anybody can start one of these crazy things. It's finding time to keep going and bringing back to your folks. So, all right. So
awesome.
if anybody, the audience has any questions, here's our free for all. Go ahead.
Free for all.
Grab out this question.
I think you just set Cindy off. You got to watch what you say.
I know what we're gonna get. So
is there anything that any of you want to say before we wrap up? Like, have you thought of anything else you wanted to share or anything else you wanted to talk about, or bring up? Yeah.
I didn't mention when my show is. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we did. Oh my God. See, look at.
It's Thursdays at 7 through Kaleidoscope Eyes, and then from 7 to 8, and then on Rainbow Soul is Sundays 8 to 10.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. And welcome to both of you because you're newer. Jason, you've been around a little longer, I think, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah. So welcome to the network, and we're really excited. It's just it's so neat to see every time he's like, oh, I think I got another show to work. So
that wasn't me.
No, that was my medication alarm. It was time to take my evening meds. For those of you who like Star Wars, that is the Imperial alarm, general quarters alarm.
That's fantastic. Listen, I get to nerd out with Jason.
Yeah.
I get to nerd out with Jason and play some D&D.
Ooh.
We did
you better watch yourself, Jason.
Yeah.
And
you haven't lived until you've had pancakes with this chick at 2 a.m. Okay, I'm just saying.
Right.
I've lived on the edge.
Living on the edge.
Oh yeah, always.
I haven't played any D&D since literally the 80s, like
Listen,
that long ago.
I have
I
never
have not
done
played in high school. So you're talking like, oh geez,
30 years
1986. Like
You
around
are
1986.
not that old.
Yeah. So you remember
No
the
way.
Satanic Panic?
I'm 53. Well, I'll be 53.
You are not.
I know. I thought I was older than Lacrosse when we were talking. And he totally is like, nope, I got you. Because I was like, I'm going to be 50. And he's like, nope.
Oh, damn. I'm the baby on the screen.
I always get told, what's your secret? I'm like, coconut oil. I live by coconut oil. That's it.
Yeah.
He just slathers it on.
Yeah, that's
He's
it.
like, you know.
I put that on like it's sunscreen.
Oh my God, you're so funny. Shit, see, City, that's what we're doing wrong.
This is the part that freaks me out because I'm so OCD. Like, do you towel dry and then put the coconut oil on, or do you see that
coconut oil doesn't sit on your
leave your skin damp, right?
Yeah, it doesn't sit on your skin. That's the only oil that won't sit on your skin. Your skin actually absorbs it. So when you take it, you just put it while you're in the shower. You put it on you while you're in the shower. You come out, tap off, and keep it going. he's over there like, okay,
he's just moving along.
I'm such a freak. I don't want to get the oil on my towel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
You have kids in the house. You have much worse things on your towels than that. Brianna's new thing is she likes the charcoal toothpaste. No, I don't even mean that. I mean between the acne gel and acne creams and washes that stain the towels. Or like Brianna's on this new kick with the charcoal toothpaste. I just told her the other day, when that tube is gone, you are done. I come in and there's black splotches all over the sink and on the backsplash, and my towel's got a black streak across it. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
No, done.
I literally have the boys, they have their own hand towels. Why is there toothpaste wiped on my hand towel?
Because everything is theirs. Duh. Come on.
Yeah.
So for those folks that have stayed around with us till this 10 o'clock hour, as you can see, our tastes, our journey is all a little different. So please check out the channel, the WLFE-db.com, because you never know what you're going to get from any of our shows. As our regular viewers know, you never know.
Busted.
That's hysterical. Listen,
at least she's watching. Wait a minute, I don't know. Go to bed.
Mike, so the funny part is that that's like kind of like what Jenna has created for me on my podcast. She's like, you never know what this chick is going to say.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And you too?
I have buttons for you too. Yes. But that's
I think Mike should just create a ticker just for Cindy. Cindy's on the show. We are not responsible for her actions.
I do. It's this one down here.
Truly did.
Right here.
Right there. I even pointed it out.
Absolutely.
That one, and I have yours here.
Yep. That's definitely me. I swear, like a trucker. Oh, wait. My father was a trucker.
Oh, there you go. See, the apple doesn't fall far.
That's right.
I behave myself when I'm on live.
Oh, that's not fair.
All right, everybody. Well, yes. Michael, want to finish your spiel now? And maybe I won't interrupt you, but who knows?
I was just gonna say, please check out these other shows. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, and Stream TV. And we every week we grow with another. This should be Teddy's spiel, but I'm going to do it tonight.
WLFE-db.com.
Yes.
Oh, Cindy, so much better than Mike.
Yeah, I don't do voiceovers. I don't get my
so much
name right.
Prettier too.
Told you this was supposed to be behind a wall. Maybe I just zip myself back out again. That's something I can do. I just
stop.
I'm gone. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
there we go.
Yeah,
All right,
here we go.
We're gonna go like that for the rest of the hour. Okay. So
You can't. I'll be like,
so
that's freaky. Cut it out.
Yeah.
it's so creepy.
Hang on, where's my buttons here?
Oh,
all right.
man.
We'll just put Vita up there and we'll just leave it at that.
Oh, Vita.
Dad,
So because it is almost
Yeah,
that
she's
time
like
and
5
she's
times
gonna
that
need to
size
go
now.
outside.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
we appreciate you guys coming on and joining us and giving
Special
a little
thanks to all of you.
connection to your shows.
Yeah.
We each have things, and unfortunately in our busy lives. So, but if you get a chance, guys, just jump on, check these other networks out. Check.
Are you kidding? You are so grounded. Where's your father? Go to bed. You feel free to yell at her. That's all fine, guys. Yell at her.
That's what we get for taking on our investigation.
Right?
I have
Never
two
mind. She just
teenage
forfeited
boys
the investigation.
2 teenage boys that I have to deal with.
Oh man, she's
I
3.
got
I got
you.
2 down, 1 to go. I'm tired.
I got 4.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
I get 2 out of the house. She's the last one.
But
I only have
Isn't
one
that
out of the house.
awful? Yeah.
No.
like I said, we each have something to offer. So please check out some of the other channels on there and these other great shows. We really appreciate it. And I know a lot of you guys bounce from other different podcasts. You know, we all kind of scatter. We always talk it back and forth in the chats. And please support the family here. There's some really good supportive programs out there. So, well, okay, there's my NP. Oh, I can't even say that. That's probably changed.
Not leaving anytime soon, she said.
Don't encourage her, Cindy.
Sorry. Listen, this is the kind of stuff that I have. I can deal with this.
I know. Well,
Boys.
she's gonna be 14 in like a week and a half. So yeah, I'm
Oh,
stuck
see,
with her for a while.
You have more time than I do. Jansen is 18 now, and Jet is 16.
Yep.
Jet will be lucky if he survives till 18 time.
Are you kidding me? That's what I said to my other 2. They're 23 and 22. So yeah, mom's tired. It's a long road. Oh, well, honestly, just one thing I want to say before we wrap up. It's really awesome, and it's very interesting for me to learn because we all have a drive, and we are all driven by a certain, or whatever, fuels our fire with the things that we do, why we do it, how we do it. And I think the biggest thing I love about the network, and like I said, just the handful we had on tonight only scratches the surface.
Exactly.
Everybody still is able to communicate and function together like a radio family, and that's why it's really differences, experiences, similarities, everything. It does not matter. Everyone's at least open to the fact that there are other perspectives out there. And that we all do what we do for a reason, which is the biggest, most important part of this. So we truly, really, really do appreciate all of you being on tonight and miss all of you who couldn't be on here with us tonight, but we'll do it again at some point too. So yes. So I know we need to wrap up. Mike has to do some early work tomorrow.
Yep. Long day again. Yeah.
So yes. So from all of us here, thank you very much. And I hope you're all well and you stay safe. And we will see you all hopefully sooner rather than later. So in the meantime, everybody out there in Sageland, stay safe.
And sample on.
Good night.
Good night.